Chicago the health grade, 8th grade promotion people. Shay, I put down Nasha. When I was small, things came added a kinazin, Bulgaria, added. That's where I grew up. AI, Kirtland, Kavishton. When I introduced you guys, when I said to Yate, I don't know if you guys knew, Yat means the universe. Yate means all that is good. So this afternoon, I'm giving you all the blessings to you graduates and also to your family members that are here today. And so, I don't know you guys that to take 8 years to come to this point in time, was it hard? Because when I became in 8th grade, it was tough. I don't know about you. I had an experience where we call it sabbatical, and one day you'll figure that out. But you guys are going to be more responsible. People are going to give you some more responsibility. Are you guys ready for that responsibility? I remember when I was graduating or getting promoted, I was kind of nervous because when I go to high school, that's where the big kids go, right? And then also, one of the things I was really excited about is that I was going to be able to pick my own classes. Have you already decided what classes you're going to take in high school? No? Thought about it? But I remember one of the monumental things that I had to do when I was in 8th grade was I had to become an in crowd. You guys know what that means, where you get popular? So what I did in 8th grade, and I don't know if you guys have a memory, when I was in 8th grade, I had a really small orange ball, and I would take it behind a trailer and I would hacky sack it because I wanted to become popular. And my dad saw that I was really, what would you call it? He's like, he's serious about it. So then I went to the Foot Locker. My dad got me a leather one. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So at lunchtime, we would all like hang out on the football field. And I went before the crowd of that group of 8th graders, and I hacked 320 hits. You guys know what that is? I sat there, 320 of them, without no stop. And then everyone was like, oh my gosh, you can actually hack sack, so it became popular. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. But then, what I was really striving for, what I was really wanting was to be accepted. And I remember Shemaz would say to me, be yourself. What does that mean? Adahatment means know who you are. What's your plans? Who are your grandparents? Maybe they have teachings that they can share with you. You probably have your grandparents still with you. They're still probably around. But so does she will know. I remember find out the important people in your life too. I remember when I was your age, I remember this older gentleman saying, this will be your prayer. He said, this will be your prayer. Either you'll think, you'll be wise, you'll have smart ideas. And so that's what I started praying when I was your age. When I was your age, I started praying that. So, number one, you got to have the ability to make good friends. You got to have good friends. Who are those good friends? Well, Shajah always used to say to me, whatever you put into your education is what you're going to get back. So what did I do in high school? or when I was starting to go into high school, I chose people who were my friends that were the smartest, the most sociable, the most athletic, and that were funny. You know why? Because I wasn't funny and stuff, so then I started hanging out with them. But then I found that if you want to be successful in high school, you gotta have to be outspoken. And one of the things that I started doing is I started hanging out with what you guys will consider geeks. The ones that are really smart. And I started hanging out with them. And one of the things I found out by hanging out with the geeks, today, those geeks are owners of construction companies. Those geeks are the ones who just built the largest skate park in Houston, Texas. Those geeks are the ones who are engineers and nurses and teachers today. So, what if I didn't choose the right friends when I was your age? Where would I be today? Number 2, things will come into your life, so you have to have perseverance. When I say perseverance, what does that mean? When the tough gets going, you get stronger. When I entered my freshman year, my little brother of 18 months old passed away. And it was hard. Was I ready to have a little brother who passed away? But I had to press through it. I had to go, you know what, it was hard, but I had to have family members and friends who said, come on, T, you can do this. So what does that mean? You gotta have no quitting blood in you. None. Have no quitting blood. So number 2, if I didn't have no perseverance, where would I be today? And number 3, you gotta have the initiative to get involved with sports, clubs, and when you get into high school, because that's what helps you finish high school. When I was in high school, my best friend, her name was Flea, and she goes, T, come on, join cross country with me. I'm like, me? That was my excuse was, I'm not in shape. Well, I'll get you in shape. So what she did, she got me on a bike. She was on her bike and I was riding it along the side of the highway. I was just running. Really? You want me to train for cross country? She'll say, I want you to run cross country with me. So by the end of my freshman year, she was like, come on. So I joined cross country. When I joined cross country, 2 things happened. One is that the person who was on my team was the #1 cross country runner in the state for 3A. And number 2, my friend that was on the cross country team, she's my friend today, and for 27 years, today we still run half marathons together. So number 3, what if I didn't make the initiative to join sports or clubs? All right? So, finally, she goes in. I am honored to share with you guys today that I graduated from Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. I taught students at Harvard University in Boston, Massachusetts. I traveled to Guatemala and taught young students like you. And I also just finished writing a book. And just recently they asked me, T, can you be a part of the exhibit committee for the new museum that's going to be called Navajo Heritage Museum in Farmington? What if I didn't do those 3 things? Where would I be today? See, that's my story. But what's going to be your story? What are you going to be saying 5, 10, 15 years from now? So are you guys going to make the right friends? Are you going to make the initiative to get involved in high school? Join sports? And number 3, are you guys going to persevere? If things get tough, you're going to press through it. You're going to be the ones that say, I got this. This is not hard. This is easy to do. But before I finish, guys, I don't know, but you guys, today is a really honorable day for me because both of my families are represented here. Both of my mom's side and my dad's side are here today. And your parents are here today as well. Give them the honor to share with them today that you guys are going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ever ask or think. Think about it. High school could be the best time of your life because it was mine. It can be yours too. You can have fun. So, but I have a few things, the last few words to say to you guys. Disha J. Dan, I'm telling you this from the bottom of my heart. Don't ever give up. I'm going to say that again. Don't ever give up. Not in the sneak. Ashona. Don't ever give up. Give it your best. Whatever that you're going to do, give it your all. Yeah.